Let's talk skin. Let's talk truth. This is Barefaced Chat, and I'm Kelly Sainer. I've spent over 2 decades in aesthetics, seen behind the filters, under the makeup, and beneath the skin. On this podcast, we strip back the noise and get real about beauty, identity, and everything in between. In this episode, we discuss personal transformation, social media in aesthetics, brand authenticity, and digital storytelling. Because skin isn't just skin, it's your story, and I'm here for it. I'm Kelly Sainer. Are you ready for some barefaced chat? Disclaimer: the views shared in this episode are personal opinion and are not intended as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making decisions about your skin or health. My guest today is one of the sharpest digital minds I've worked with, and someone whose own story in aesthetics has made her even more passionate about what we do. Molly Burrows is 28 and our in-house social media executive across Renew Medical Aesthetics and Medica Forte. But beyond her talent for branding and content, she is a brilliant writer. Her blog, My Dysfunctional Nose and I, was one of the most honest, moving pieces we've ever published.
Yay.
So thank you. It's the kind of thing that reminds you that aesthetics isn't just about looking better, it's about feeling seen. And you did that with that. It will resonate with me forever.
Aww.
And I've written a lot, so thank you. We'll be talking about your views and how that might have shifted since you stepped into this industry, what it's really like managing social media in the beauty world, and how algorithms really change authenticity.
Yes.
And how all of that collides into one whole beauty industry and aesthetics, no doubt. Plus, we'll unpack your experience working across multiple brands and whether that makes her better at her job.
Oh, I love it.
Spoiler, it probably does.
Spoiler alert. There's no need to continue.
Molly, welcome to Barefaced Chat.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm so excited. Does that surprise you that I have depicted you like that?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I do, because you didn't read me you read me everybody else's intros, but you didn't read me mine. You're like, I'm going to keep it to myself until the actual thing. But yeah, no, thank you for your lovely words.
Not at all, not at all. I just want to make sure that you know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you.
It's just all love here.
It is all love here. You don't know what it's like to have the right people around you.
Oh, I know. It makes going to work not going to work, if that makes sense. You enjoy your job, you enjoy the environment you're in. And it also, being in a creative role, I guess, It just kind of helps you to grow because you have that constant bounce and buzz of positivity.
100%.
And that's what you need with a creative mind.
I think as a brand owner, as a clinician, one thing that I feel that is so important to get right is the person that can visualize what is in your mind.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Now, having somebody, we know firsthand about this because we've just had experience with it, but having somebody visualize what's in your head and represent the brand in the right way.
Yeah.
You continue to nail it day in, day out. There's not enough words to talk about how wonderful you are. And at such a young age, that's really unique.
Oh, she called me young. Can we just?
She's young.
Can we just?
She's young. Can we go there? Have we done it? So today, what I want to talk to you about, Mol, and I want to kind of keep some of it slightly serious. Some of it, of course, in our way, will never be serious. I don't know.
Serious just does not fit very well into our vibe.
I agree with that.
Flow.
But I want to talk about personal transformation for you.
Okay.
I want to talk social media and aesthetics. I want to talk about brand authenticity.
Okay.
Because you've done it. Like, you know, developing the personal brand and working with external, like when you work with an agency. Menopause moment.
Brain fog.
So working with external agencies, and your digital storytelling ability, but it really does. They have to get it right.
100%. And like you said before, when you've got to get inside the head of the brand owner who's got their brand identity, what their idea of their identity is, and you've got to try and put that on paper effectively. And it's incredibly difficult, and I admire anybody that's in that industry. But at the same time, it's so rewarding when you get it right.
Yeah.
And even when you don't get it right the first time, you go again and you go again. And that's where like the art of collaboration works so well.
Definitely.
Because then sort of piece by piece, step by step, it all comes together. And then you end up with a final product that you both like. Yeah. And then that becomes that brand. And then it's almost like you flee the nest from that brand and you don't do another one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a journey.
It's a massive journey, and I'm really glad that you said that word, because I think that's exactly what's happened with you being here. I think when you first came and you hadn't had any treatment, the power of your blog, My Dysfunctional Nose and I, was raw, real. Tell me about that.
So I do have a very sort of dysfunctional love-hate relationship with my nose, and I have done since a very early age, probably early teens-ish, definitely high school. And I've always just hated my nose because it's never looked straight in pictures. It's always been a bit wonky. You'll never see a profile picture of me because I hate my nose from the side. And it was just we all have things we're conscious of. None of us think that we are perfect, but it was the one thing that I just hated.
Wow.
And it wasn't as if, people teased me about it or, I had a negative experience. It wasn't connected to anything negative.
Right.
It was just in my head. And especially, I suppose, linking to social media. I grew up with MSN and MySpace and BBM, Messenger. So it was all communication apps, not necessarily pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Instagram came in, and then you've got filters, you've got Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can see yourself with the, I quote, perfect nose, the perfect face, it makes it look even worse to you when you look at yourself in the mirror. And you can compare yourself. Filter on, filter off, filter on, filter off. It got worse and worse for me because I got more heavily involved in social media and filters and this and that. And it became I just hated it. And then when I obviously came here, I think I'd been here, 6 months, and we were speaking about non-surgical rhinoplasty. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought I would have to go somewhere, have my nose broken, reconstructed, reshaped.
Wow.
And then when you spoke to me about it, I was like, oh my God, this could be my answer. And I don't have any medical issues with my nose. It's not, I can't, not breathe through it. It was purely just the appearance of it. And then, that's when we made the decision and we did it.
But I think that word is so powerful. My dysfunctional nose and I. Like, what drew you to that? Did you know that the love-hate relationship was just that? Did you know it was not real? Because you said something really interesting to me, which was filter on, filter off. And I see that a lot. I remember a patient saying to me, can you make me look like my filter?
It's insane because, they've advanced a lot nowadays, filters. You've got, they completely change your face shape. They add eyelashes on, they blur your skin, they make you look pristine in every way, shape and form. Yeah. And I just think, I'm guilty of it. I love a good selfie with a filter on. Who doesn't?
Same, absolutely.
But then at the same time, you get that little bit of sort of dissatisfaction with yourself even more when you see yourself in almost real life.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think
the reality, like this whole new Instagram reality versus fake or whatever, the reality, Insta versus reality.
Yeah.
I think that's really powerful, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive,
because people are putting that as well, almost like as an apologetic. It's a bit tongue in cheek, but the apologetic kind of like, I want to be like this. But this is the reality, and I quite like that. But still, it's still trying to show that we're all expecting this.
Yeah, and we all kind of strive to kind of have that perfection. And just going back to my nose, I just found that.
Yeah, the dysfunctional part. So I like the word dysfunctional that you used. I think it was a really powerful word that really like immediately drew you to it, because you want to know why. It's almost like you've admitted that this was an issue for you.
Yeah.
And it was a dysfunctional thought.
Yeah.
And I think that was so apt.
Because I think that my perception of my nose was almost not body dysmorphia, because that's, you know, a whole different kettle of fish, but nobody else really commented on it. Thinking back, nobody else really commented on it. I wasn't really made fun of it. It wasn't a massive thing. It was all in my head. And that's where to me, it's very dysfunctional, because I didn't want to change my face, because I didn't want to change who I was.
Yeah.
But your nose is one of your biggest features on your face.
Yeah, totally get it.
So I didn't want to look any different. I mean, I'd love to look like Kim K, don't get me wrong. But I think that's going a bit far.
You look better.
I didn't want to change my face, but I wanted to change one of the biggest things in the centre of my face.
Get it.
So it was that kind of like back and forth in my head. How do I do this? How do I not? Do I do it? Do I save up? Do I get proper rhinoplasty? Do I put myself through that? Is it worth it? But if I do, I'll look like this and I won't have. And it was constantly in my head. It's back and forth, especially when taking pictures or someone took a picture of me. It's all I was drawn to. And it sounds ridiculous. Like, now I'm saying it now. It sounds ridiculous, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm healthy, and, you know, as I say, there's no medical issue there. It was purely just, I suppose, vanity. I don't know. But when you're conscious of something and it's all that you focus on and it's all that you look at when you look at yourself, it's almost, I don't know, it's embedded in your eyeballs.
You know what, babe? Be unapologetically you. That's the job I do. That you saying to me, it's vanity. Let's get into that, because this is one that we can unpack. This is the perception of aesthetics.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is it vanity? Is it not? My job every day is to make sure my patients feel empowered enough to not have that stable, that sort of label. Sorry, that stereotypical. Am I just being vain? Yes, you're being vain. Of course, you're allowed to be vain. We're all vain.
Yeah.
We wear, when we get up in the morning, we don't walk out naked. We wear clothes.
That would be frowned upon.
Because, well, because
it's a bit breezy.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's illegal. But you know, you wear things to conform.
Yeah.
You put makeup on, you do your hair,
That's become our norm.
It's become our norm, and that's all right, you know?
Yeah.
You have your hair cut. You know, it's okay to feel like you want to change something. If you can, why not?
Why not? 100%.
If you can, and don't be judged by it. So how did the aesthetics industry then shift for you when you joined the industry? What kind of perception did you have of it before you joined this business?
So I was kind of a little bit blind to it, I guess. I just envisioned your good old Botox and fillers. I didn't know all of like the regenerative side. I didn't even really know about radio frequency, and I was very naive coming in, to be honest, because my sort of skincare beauty background is very different to aesthetics. Now I can see how incredible the whole idea of aesthetics is. It is your Botox, your fillers, because that's always going to be that. But then, like the perfect peel, how it works from within.
Yeah.
It's not all about doing things topically.
Yeah.
And microneedling cause an injury to repair.
Yeah.
It honestly, it blows my mind. And I was absolutely horrendous at science in school. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't my forte, along with a lot of other things. But
you found your lane, babe.
Yeah, 100%. But like the science in beauty it just blows my mind, and I find it so interesting. And
I love that.
the aesthetics to me was just a tiny element of the industry, whereas now I just think it's massive.
Well, now I know your story. Actually, you started out life in beauty to a degree because you worked as a salesperson. I don't know what your official title was for Clinique.
I did. So I started as a fragrance consultant.
Oh, did you?
Mhm. And then I went to the Clinique counter. So a Clinique consultant is kind of what their title is.
Got you.
So I was there in all my lab coat glory. Back then they were dresses. So you had to wear like lab coat dresses with tights. You had to wear heels all day, every day. You had to have 2 different colours on your eye, as your eyeshadow, and eyeliner.
No.
You had to have colour on your cheeks, so blush, obviously. And obviously all the makeup you had to have on had to be Clinique, which I think is the same for most counters.
Yeah.
Albeit maybe we told a few white lies every
Yeah.
now and then because the art of double wear was around. Yeah, so that's where I kind of started initially as a Clinique consultant. And back then they were kind of one of a kind, you know, fragrance-free, science-backed brand. And I liked their products. But let me tell you, being a counter girl is so hard.
Is it tough?
Yeah. So just next time you go into, whether it's Selfridges, Boots, anywhere with, you know, a beauty hall, John Lewis, and a consultant from one of the counters comes up to you.
Be kind.
Be kind, because we have to bust a nut to make a sale. And I mean, it might be different now because I'm going back like over 10 years. It was 1% of everything you sold was your commission. So you had to sell your soul for a lipstick. But on the flip side of that, we had to do something called traffic stopping, where, as you say, you were the sales consultant going out into, you know, the self-selection aisles, and you'd get somebody over and you'd get bums on seats is what they called it. And you'd say, oh, do you want a free 10-day sample of foundation? Oh, bloody brilliant, come and sit down. You'd colour match them, put it in a pot, and then they'd take it away, and you'd think, oh, another one you've not bought. But then when they came back,
Silver lining,
and they bought it, oh my God, did it give you like a buzz? You thought, I have smashed my job. And then again, reality would hit that you would get 1% of that, and you've literally busted a nut.
That's the best story.
And I'm not even joking. Like, if you don't reach targets, you get hounded by your area manager, your account manager, your store manager. And obviously, in any business, in any industry, you want growth on growth each year.
Yeah.
But what counters don't, like beauty brands in beauty halls don't take into consideration is like extraneous variables, such as a competing beauty hall opening up next door, or the fact that a £2 eyeliner is trending on TikTok. So nobody's going to buy your 20 quid one.
Feeling your pain.
And
I was right there with you in that whole story, girl. I
honestly,
swear to you, like, I'm like, keep talking. I'm mesmerised.
hard.
I'm
And
mesmerised.
I know that we always felt like beauty counter girls had a bit of a reputation for being very abrupt and stuck up. And, you know, I can't account for everybody because I've had that experience as well. But just think next time anybody's, you know, like whoever's listening, you know, is in a beauty hall and a counter girl approaches you, just be kind. If you're not interested, absolutely fine. We're not here to, you know, we're not going to strap you to a chair.
It sounds like you might, though.
But I might, yeah. I mean, I got to breaking point multiple times. I had an interview once. Can I say a brand name, or am I not allowed to?
Yeah, I do.
I had an interview at Benefit. This was when I was at Clinique, and I had to send a picture, I had to attach a picture of myself to my CV so they could see me before.
Oh, wow.
Before, obviously, picking.
Oh, wow.
Which I don't think any beauty counters do that anymore, but that was the thing. And I had my job interview at Manchester Market Street Boots, and it was lunchtime, and they made me go and traffic stop down the sandwich aisle. So can I just
I'm
say,
living for this. This is giving.
like, if you are shopping for your ham and cheese sandwich for your lunch break, you're not looking for a £50 foundation, are you?
No,
Let's
we're
be
not.
honest.
We're not in that aisle.
No, I've come for my carrot sticks and hummus.
Babe.
I've not come for my professional primer. That is literally, but you know, I was there for the interview, was here for it. Anyway, long story short, I found a lady. She was lovely. I had a 2-for-1 Starbucks voucher coffee thing that they had in collaboration with Benefit at the time. I said, if you come and sit down and let me put a little bit of like Hoola bronzer on you, I'll give you a 2-for-1 on coffee. And it worked. Honestly, it worked. And she did end up buying. She bought some presents and gift sets and stuff. But then at the end, because it was a £90-ish roughly sale, every single one of those counter girls pounced on me because they wanted the 1% commission from that sale. The whole 90p.
Oh my gosh. What a story. Like, I know you've just said be kind, but now we know the backstory of why you might be pounced on, everybody that's listening. Be kind, but you can run away.
If you see me chasing you with a 10-day sample of foundation, just run.
Unless they're handing out free Starbucks things. You know.
Yeah, honestly, you had to hand out incentives. If you come and sit down now, I'll give you a free mini mascara.
Wow.
And just so you could log it in the iPad, which was new at the time, where you logged everybody's details. So people had like a catalogue of what they'd purchased in the past. But if you hadn't had put 10 foundation samples given away down in the iPad with a legitimate name, because we've all been there, girls. We've all put fake names in.
Yeah, like masturbate. We're not doing that.
I'm going to say Joe Blogs, but yours is better.
Yeah, but of course.
Yeah, they had to be legitimate people. If you didn't get so many a day, you'd get out. It's a hard knock life out there. It is like the ends.
Wow. That is what an introduction to Molly. I mean,
Sorry to just cheer everybody's ear.
I love that for you because I feel like the evolution. God, your work here. So I was going to ask you about the difference between working for Clinique and working in aesthetics, but they're very different worlds.
Yes.
Beauty and aesthetics. Do they feel different for you?
Yes, I guess because when I was sort of on Clinique and Liz Earle, skincare was their sort of foundation product range, really. Obviously, Clinique has a vast makeup range, but really they founded everything on their skincare, their famous 3-step. And Liz Earle, I don't even think they've got a cosmetic range anymore, is very heavily built on skincare. And obviously there's only so much that they can teach you without going into, in-depth formulations and clinical trials and this and that. So for me, when I was on the counter, it was very salesy and it just felt like, 9 times out of 10, you would give somebody the correct product. But there was almost part of you that knew that she didn't need that.
Yeah.
But you've made her buy it.
Yeah.
She'll love it and it's not going to, cause any harm. But she didn't need that.
Yeah.
But in your head, you're wanting that commission. So it was that constant battle between thinking of yourself and thinking of the customer.
Now, the parallel that I draw with that is within aesthetics and what I do as a medical clinician is that's the kind of battle that, people will say to me, what do I need? And that word, what do I need? Nobody needs anything. It's a choice.
100%.
So I 100% hear you on that. And that's like a parallel I think that can resonate with lots of people listening because they will genuinely feel, who needs anything? We don't need trainers. We don't need, what we do need
we don't,
it.
No, it is a want. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's more powerful than ever in aesthetics.
Yes.
Because the power of the practitioner that says you need it, that's so wrong.
Yeah, it's so wrong. Could you imagine, if you looked at me and went, Mol, you need a little bit of...
Absolutely.
it'd be different with us, but if I was coming in as a patient, I'd be like, excuse me?
Do you know, friends will say to me, do you look at everybody and go like, oh my God, she needs, or does he? I said, you know what? I don't look at anybody. That's
No.
not my job. It's never been my job.
No.
But people do ask me that. Do you think, oh, I bet you're like, oh, she needs, he needs. And I just don't do it because it's not how I treat.
No.
So unless somebody says something that's worrying them, I will absolutely give them the advice that they need.
100%.
And then, you know, they need to go away, think about it.
Well, I love that you say no.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
if
huge
someone comes in
responsibility.
and they're like, right, I need this and I need that, and can I have this and that? And you would just openly say no
Absolutely.
because you don't think that that's a appropriate or necessary treatment. And I love that.
1,000,000%. And that's a responsibility that I think that all practitioners should have.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Everybody should feel that they've got a responsibility, whether they're regulated or not. Unfortunately, the regulation for lots of people means that they don't take it. It's a really cloudy area that they don't take very seriously. And you must see that a lot with the job that you do online.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know if you can spot as somebody that's unregulated. Probably not, because they look very credible. But you've got an idea, maybe.
Yes, they've got a different approach, I think.
Tell me about that then. What kind of approach do you see?
A lot of, obviously, I can't 100% say that these are, you know, credible or not credible practitioners, but a lot of the non-credible ones have, I'm trying to be very diplomatic here,
Absolutely.
love discounting
Yes.
vastly. And I think it's not something that should really be discounted in the way that it is discounted for some people.
Yeah. How many times can we say discount in a sentence?
Discount. Yeah, and it's just the whole, it's not, you know, you've got somebody standing there with a Botox needle. And I'm like, oh, it gives me the ick.
I'm like,
oh, it gives me the ick. Yeah, it's mainly just the way that they market themselves. It's very, oh, offer this week, offer this and offer that. And yeah, we have offers at Renew, but it's a completely different thing.
Absolutely.
We would never discount on injectables or anything like that.
No.
Because at the end of the day, we use a legitimate, you know, toxin and, you know, the prescriptions and the time and yours and Sharon's expertise alongside that, it's worth every penny.
Yeah, it is.
So I would always question, well, why is Billy Joe down the road? Sorry, Billy Joe.
Sorry, Billy Joe.
You are a trained practitioner. Using...
Billy Joe's like, hang on a minute.
Like, excuse me, I am a medical professional.
Called Billy Joe.
Billy Joe. Yeah, he's saying, you know, 2 areas of Botox, 100 quid.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, that's not for me.
Not for me. I completely agree. You know, you work across the brands.
Yes.
Does that help or complicate your role?
When I first started, I would 100% say complicate.
Yeah.
Only because it was getting my head around the different audiences, the different brands, the different products, and which element fitted where. Whereas now I'm so used to it. I find it really, it helps in a way because it's all under the same industry.
Yes.
It's just different target audiences.
Yes.
So one minute I'll be talking to practitioners that are potential leads to training the perfect peel.
Yeah.
The next minute I'll be then directing B2C audience to a clinic locator to have a peel from one of our B2B trained practitioners.
Yeah.
So I get it now. The penny's kind of dropped for me with that. And I think there are some times where I do get a little bit, brain fog with it all. But I've definitely learned how to utilize, like, sometimes I'll use content across, you know, Renew and the Perfect Peel. I'll obviously change the branding of it.
Yeah.
But like when you're doing a peel in Renew, I can use that footage for Perfect Peel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I can use it across brands. I just have to tweak maybe the fonts, the music, the caption slightly, but the content is the same.
Oh, that's really interesting. And I think that's, as a social media person that's really conscious and mindful of that, it's
Yeah.
really useful because one brand can help the other and it can
Yeah.
make you a much better, robust, I understand, all of it. It gives you a much more holistic look
Yes,
at how social media
definitely.
works and which audiences mean what. So just talking then about a bit more about social media stuff, do you see because I think what you create is amazing. Some of the biggest myths that you see, we do lots of myth busting.
Oh, we love a good
We
myth
love a good myth
busting
bust.
session.
What do you think some of the biggest myths are that you came into the industry with that have shocked you?
Obviously, this isn't a myth because it's not a very regulated industry.
Yeah.
But for me, I thought you had to be some sort of medical professional, which should be a thing,
Yes.
to inject into somebody's face. But
Thank God you did.
yeah.
Thank God you did think that.
Yeah.
You've just realised that no, you don't have to be.
You don't.
But you should be.
But you should be, yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, that's I would say that's probably the biggest myth a lot of people have. They don't
Yeah.
actually realise, do they?
No, like the fact that you can train with not necessarily a regulated training academy to put Botox or fillers inject it into somebody's face and not have any medical background whatsoever blows my mind.
It blows my mind.
And I never knew that was a thing until we had the conversation when I just started about how unregulated the industry was. And I was like, oh, things need to bloody change.
It's like the Wild West.
It is. We're in medieval times.
It sometimes does feel like that when you're inside it, you have to kind of put your blinkers on, look forwards, not look left or right
Yeah.
at what other people are doing because it would drive you insane.
I can imagine.
I've been banging the drum for years. I told you I had a magazine,
Yeah.
I've been really fighting for change for a long time with very little movement. But you know what? As long as I'm being safe,
Exactly.
as long as we do what we do and we're
Yeah.
saying that our message is true, then we stick with that. I want to ask a bit more about social media and your feeling on that because I think I think what you put out is so honest. But how do you balance honesty with an industry that's quite dishonest? Because there's some darkness in the industry, but how do you balance honesty with a social media presence that's got to quote unquote promote?
Yes. So there is a fine line between salesy, promoting, and authentic.
Yes. Oh, let's get into that.
Oh, nitty gritty.
Oh, I love that.
And whilst we want to promote the services at Renew, if we just use Renew as an example, we also want to ensure that our patients, whether they are new or existing, know that we are a credible clinic and that, the reasons as to why we don't have offers, the reasons as to why we do things the way that we do them, the reasons as to why you sometimes say no to people.
Yeah.
And I think that makes us and our reputation so much better by just being honest.
I love that.
And not coming across as buy one area of Botox and get the other one free.
Absolutely.
Because it's not the vibe. If you were selling, cosmetics or anything, to be honest, then you would be like, offers this, offers that. But this is a service and you've got to approach that completely different than a product.
I love that you just said that.
It's very difficult to get it right, to be honest, because if you come across more salesy, you kind of lack that trust. And if you come across too not enough salesy, then you lose customers or patients, you lose money. And let's be real, it's a business. It needs money to function.
Yes.
So it's trying to find that balance. And as I say, you can get it wrong and you could either go one way or the other. But I think we have that nice balance of, we have some comedy elements to our Instagram feed and we've got educational elements, we've got before and afters, we've got testimonials and it's a nice mixture of life in the clinic, behind the scenes as a member of staff, and then also from a patient's perspective as well. And I think people have a taste for what it's like before they step through our doors.
Which is exactly what we want.
Yeah.
We all now, don't we, go on to Google reviews and
Trustpilot.
Yeah. You know, I don't think I've used that more. Like, I use it more than ever now.
Oh, yeah, I do it all the time.
To go to a restaurant, to go to a coffee shop. Like,
Filter by stars, 4 and above, please.
I swear to you. You feel a bit like
who am
who
I?
am I?
Yeah, like, ooh, get down off your high horse, Bob.
I'm not going anywhere that's less than 4 stars. You know, it's not like...
But my bank balance is different.
What's that saying about champagne? Lemonade
lifestyle with a champagne.
Yeah, budget.
Yeah, no, other way around. No, champagne. Champagne lifestyle with a lemonade budget.
So do you think aesthetics clinics should be Instagrammable? Because this is a job that you do and it's your job to make it Instagrammable.
Yeah.
Or does that cheapen the message?
It was really, really important to have an aesthetically pleasing feed.
Okay.
All honesty, this might be controversial, but I don't believe in having an aesthetically perfect feed. You train your content, I guess. You create art within your grid.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love it. But I don't think that can always be the right path for somebody that's selling a service, because you've got a picture of a lady in the top corner. Lovely. Scroll past it.
Yes.
And then a gentleman comes up, maybe touching his arm.
Yes.
Lovely photo. Fit man.
Yeah.
Scroll. Because it's not giving. It doesn't give.
Got you.
So whilst if somebody was to land on our Instagram and it was really, really pretty to look, they'd be clicking on pictures, but it wouldn't be giving them anything.
Got you.
What's it there for?
Got you.
Yes, we want to look pretty. We want it to look professional. We want to look approachable.
But it's about the individual post.
Yeah, it's the content. Like, what's the point in putting a picture out of a woman, a very pretty woman with a bit of, shadow and lighting, but it's got no...
I see.
What's the point?
So true.
And for some Instagram accounts and some businesses, that is absolutely bob on and they can make it work. But I think for something that requires... people are investing a lot of time, a lot of money. They need to be filled with knowledge, and I want to educate patients on things, and I can't do that through a picture of a woman just posing in front of a shadow.
That's really interesting, and I think the listeners would feel like that's a bit of an education, actually, because those that aren't as savvy. That is a bit of understanding about what makes that sort of... I get it.
I think the whole... aspect of having like a really visually pleasing Instagram grid is great, and it looks so nice. But if you were to land on it without having the logo, the bio or anything, you were just to see these squares, would you be able to identify what brand that is just by looking at these squares? And would you be able to identify what their message is and what their brand is like just from these squares?
You'd hope you could if the brand was strong enough.
If it was right, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
You might not take anything away of it. And I want I want somebody to, even if it's just a handful of people, I want them to take something away from the content that I've spent time to create.
I love that. Oh, that's
so everything's done with a meaning.
Yes, that is a great answer.
Not just to look pretty.
Do you know what? And I've always said that, haven't I? There's no mistake on the page, no stroke, no mark, no dot, no I, no whatever. You don't put any mark on a page without it meaning something.
100%. And I always think, because obviously social media, I have for my personal social media accounts, and I don't put anything on there that I wouldn't have in a photo album on my coffee table.
Wow.
Your camera roll on your phone is completely different to what goes out. You have all sorts of pictures on there. But I like my Instagram to look like, as I say, a virtual photo album that I could leave on my table and Matthew's dad or my nan could pick up and not be mortified at what they saw.
That's a really nice way, Molly, of allowing me and allowing people to feel empowered to do Instagram
Yeah.
if they've ever felt worried or scared. I feel like I'm going to be judged or people will see what I'm doing and I don't want them to see into my life to that degree. But you know what? I've got pictures up at home. That resonates with me and that makes me feel like you've allowed me to say that's okay.
Well, social media has got such a controversial element to it, I guess. We've all got love-hate with social media. I mean, I find it fascinating, but like the clockwork to social media, I find fascinating. But I think everybody has this drive to keeping up with the Joneses on Instagram. So whilst I say, you know, it's like a virtual photo album for me, I only put up the best bits. You might look at somebody's Instagram and be like, oh, she's got such a good life. You know, she's got this, she's got kids, a beautiful house, beautiful this, beautiful that. Whereas the lady's Instagram that you're looking at is looking at herself in the mirror and thinking, oh God, I hate this, I hate that.
Yeah.
And it's not an accurate perception of life, Instagram. It's almost captures all your best bits. And we don't want to be putting negativity like on our Instagram feeds because it's supposed to be a happy place and you don't want to be bombarded with negativity. And, you know, there are a few things out there. And,
real. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And like emotional things.
Yeah.
And so we naturally err towards positive. But I think that we've got to a point now where we kind of have a distorted reality because we think that, you know, that person is living their absolute best life when they could be going through absolute hell.
So true.
So it's kind of jagged that, and as I say, distorted that reality, really.
Wow, that's so interesting. It's so fascinating. And I think that is so real and so interesting that you genuinely, I feel that you have allowed me the ability to feel safer within Instagram because it does scare me.
It's a lot. And, you know, there's so many privacies. I mean, I have mine on private. So only people that I follow or I let follow me, can see my posts.
Yeah.
And as I say, I don't post anything that I wouldn't have openly in my house or anything. So, it's, you know, it's not like that. But yeah, I just think if you just take it as a place to keep memories like you would treat a photo album, because we're in the 21st century now, everything's done digitally and is on a phone. I mean, we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
That it's exactly the same principle. Just put your photos in somewhere where they'll stay.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, I'm safer behind a mic. I'm safer behind, you know, a screen, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I can bear all here. This is a real safe space for me. Somebody giving my life story on Instagram is like way too intrusive for me. But I would tell you if you meet me, you know, it's heart on my sleeve. I give you my life story within minutes of meeting me. I am just real like that. But Instagram's a different beast. But I get you. We are in a new digital age right now.
I guess podcasts has got some element of social media to it.
Definitely.
You just have to find what you feel more comfortable with.
Well, that's really interesting because I was going to ask you about this. Like, what are the best platforms for reaching clients? And, you know, where do you think that some practitioners in the industry go wrong? Because I instantly felt safe, comfortable. I've been doing loads of podcasting. I've got my favorite podcasters. My producer and I have been like sharing stories about amazing stuff, and we've loved sharing that. And it's really brought us a lot of joy and interest and finding out. You know, it's changed my life. Some podcasts are really powerful.
Yeah.
So for me, this is a really easy, natural next step without being on screen sharing pictures about my life that doesn't get that you've already said by your own admission.
Yeah.
They're all the best bits.
Yeah.
I get to share the best and worst bits on here.
Exactly, yeah.
So what, in your opinion, are the best platforms for reaching real patients?
Let's start off with Facebook.
Yeah.
So Facebook is great for it. It statistically does have an older audience. Facebook does.
Hello.
Kelly, the avid Facebook user. But it all depends on your demographic, I guess, at the end of the day. But if we're just being really vague with it, Facebook's brilliant for reaching out to possibly sort of more older patients. you can obviously communicate through text, statuses, and images.
Yeah.
And reels. So you've kind of got that.
Yeah, multi.
Yeah. Instagram is kind of a great all-rounder, slightly younger audience, but a bit more broad. Instagram's my favourite because it's I think you can tell so much with the visual. And you have the option to have the visual, the caption, and a reel, and a story, and a highlight. So, I mean, we love a good touch point, don't we? In marketing, you've got to see something 3 to 7 times before you action on it. So if we have a piece of content on our grid, we can then share it to our story. We can then share it and save it in our highlights. That's 3 different touch points that somebody would potentially land on and then take action.
Yeah.
So Instagram kind of gives you that added bonus, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you've got Threads, which is getting there. That's obviously just mainly text.
The old Twitter, right?
Yes, the old Twitter. I'm not a Twitter. I'm not really a Twitter or it's the Threads. I can't get used to it. User. But it's great for starting debates and doing a little bit of research because Threads is all about that element of conversation. So thread comes from starting a conversation thread.
Okay.
So you can ask a question like a status on Facebook or whatever, and then people are on your thread answering questions, giving opinions, giving options.
Is it like Twitter?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's more conversational, whereas Twitter, you'd just throw out some sort of controversial comment and then people would retweet. And
Oh, I used to tweet.
Did you? You used to tweet?
I tweeted.
Oh, you
I think that was the early days of Facebook and tweets.
I just used to read all the really like controversial stuff that like comedians and politicians would write out there and then just see all the absolute backlash.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what Threads is really. So I wouldn't say it's a great platform for this industry, but you know, it's another touch point.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got LinkedIn, but that's more of a business to business.
Yeah.
So we would use that for maybe gaining leads for practitioners to start training for the Perfect Peel, the Perfect Peel Super Blend.
Yeah.
So each social platform has got such potential.
Yeah. What about TikTok, Snapchat?
Oh, love a bit of TikTok, Snapchat. Again, younger audiences. But I mean, TikTok's becoming a bit more broader now because how many of us sit there and scroll?
I know.
And scroll and scroll.
I'm not really a big TikToker. I'm kind of the Instagram, old school, Facebooky kind of girl.
See, Matthew's he'll sit through Facebook videos and reels, but then he'll absolutely hound me when I'm looking through TikTok. And TikTok's for children. It's exactly the same content, just on different social platforms.
That's hilarious.
But it's okay because it's on Instagram and Facebook for him.
Oh,
that's
nice.
okay. The only thing is people don't realise how hard it is to go viral.
Right.
And I think people have this like, oh, we just need to go viral. We just need to do this and then we'll be millionaires.
Yeah.
When TikTok has something called the Creator Fund, and obviously I'm not in it, so I don't know the ins and the outs, but you don't actually get that much money back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like per million or something ridiculous views, or per 100,000 views, or per million likes, or it's very, very high number. So you've got to kick out a lot of viral content to actually make a return.
Right, I've got you. Where do you think practitioners are going wrong? Like, are they like YouTube? Obviously, that's another platform. We've got Pinterest. There's so many, but you know, where do you think that they get it right, and where do you think they get it wrong?
I think some people get lost with what their demographic is.
Okay.
So actually taking a step back and thinking, right, where is my target audience?
Yeah.
Let's use Meta, where you've got the home of Facebook and Instagram. Use their analytics.
Yeah.
Which gives you all the answers to all the questions you could ever need.
Wow.
How old the people are that are looking at your content? Where are they located? You can segment your audience into and create your own brand persona, I guess, which is what we've done. All the answers are there. So you just need to find them and then recalculate what your viewers of your content want, really.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
We find, particularly with Renew, videos of you and Sharon do significantly better than just a generic video that I've done of the waiting room.
Yes.
Or, because you can see who's behind the brand then.
Got you. I can see that person-to-person connection,
Yeah.
that real side.
It's
I want
the
to see
intimacy, I think, of
yeah,
that.
I get that. To be honest, I like, if I'm going to a new restaurant, I want to see in it. I want to see the people behind it when I'm Googling
want to know what's
company.
on the menu.
I do.
I will Google the menu before I've stepped foot in the restaurant.
Oh, will you?
Oh yeah, I've already decided what I'm going to eat until there's a specials board, and then it throws me off. It puts a right spanner in the works.
I look at the surroundings. I want to see who's behind it. I'm like, am I going to meet that waiter? Who is it? Like,
yeah,
I really
it's
love that.
nice to know.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just
that.
like, what's on the menu?
What's in the menu?
What can you offer me?
What can we eat?
Have you got halloumi fries? Truffle parmesan?
I don't care who you are.
As long as you give me fries.
Do you wish more brand owners kind of, or who you see on Instagram when you are trying to compete and stand out, understood digital strategy?
Yes.
Okay. Let's explore that. Tell me a bit more about that.
A lot of people think that when you create content as a content creator, you just bash it out and hope for the best, which it happens a lot of the time, don't get me wrong. But as I've said previously about the analytical side of content, you can't create content if you don't know who your audience is.
So true.
And like, we'll sit down and we've got our brand calendar for Perfect Peel and for here. And you've got to research, you've got to look at trends, you've got to look at what's working for you. Again, your demographic, what could you be focusing on? And then you've got to take into consideration as a business what you're focusing on and how you can make that suitable for your audience. Especially if it's quite a niche focus that you know that's not going to be for everyone, but you've got to try and make it work for everyone, and then it might not. And then obviously Instagram threw the spanner in the works of changing their grid size from a square to almost like a rectangular type shape, which threw everybody off. So it's being prepared for big steps like that. And again, controversial comment, but I'm not really a fond believer of an algorithm. She said it.
She said it.
Mic drop moment. That's it, Molly cancelled.
What?
I believe that there is an algorithm, don't get me wrong, but it is there, in my opinion, just to make social media platforms money. It's not to work in the benefit of us, whether that is a personal or a business brand. Yeah. It's not there to work to benefit us, it's to benefit them. Which, they've got to make money, it is what it is. All of this, let's hack the algorithm, let's trick it into thinking that, no, it's not going to work because they are 20 steps ahead of you. The people that own social media and Meta and every single social media platform, they know the back end of social media like clockwork.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
So why would we try and fight with that?
I couldn't agree more. And you know what? The algorithm is there. The algorithm has been designed to make the user use more of it, make you buy more,
100%.
serve you more stuff, so you can buy more stuff.
Ads and content is put on your feed for a purpose. Yeah. So you might have been searching for red balloons. Yeah. So if Instagram was to pop up, because obviously all your ads and stuff are connected, and to show you an ad for a red balloon, you would have been instantly satisfied and you'd put your phone down because you've conquered, you've done your quest. Yeah. Don't need to go on social media anymore. Whereas if Instagram made you hunt for that red balloon, you could have seen 20 other things that are interested, whether that is people you follow, whether that is people that are sponsored, ads, product, companies. You've seen 20 other before you've got to your red balloon. Yeah. So they've already planted 20 seeds in your mind for other potential things that you could potentially be interested in and purchase. And even if you click on that ad, Instagram's made money from you.
So it doesn't. So where we're concerned as a clinic and as an industry,
Yeah.
and we want more people to see more ethical content about treatments and what have you, because
Yeah.
that's what we're putting out.
Yeah.
Really, sorry Instagram, sorry Meta, but really what we're saying is it's not designed to help us out.
No.
It's designed to assist the consumer be more consumery.
Yeah.
That is a word. It's a word now.
Consumery. 100%, because it's all for making money. So when you click on an ad,
Yeah,
Facebook makes money from that.
of course. Do you know when Michelle had a matcha the other day? A matcha green tea.
It's in a drink.
Is in the drink. All my feed, I did not put a search in there at all. This is no word of a lie. I have been seeing matcha adverts for matcha green tea for the last 2 days.
Yeah, apparently
it
listens. Apparently there's something, but we're getting into like conspiracy now. So
we are. But
but it just takes something to capture that one thing that you've showed interest in.
That's nuts.
And it's all you will see.
Do you know what the worrying thing for me is then if we were like extrapolate that out into, the people that we want to feel we want to protect, and because we are ethical. And our job is also to keep our patients safe. How awful if we flip that into the dark side of social media and we look at how awful the feed could be if a person said that they felt shit about themselves or they felt down or depressed, they wanted their lips doing, and then they got served lip after lip, and they got served up with brands that you could click and buy the lips, click and buy the
do-it-yourself kits.
We could go deep and dark here.
That's unfortunately what would happen. And I mean, there are some rules and regulations now where you have to declare certain content if it's a controversial topic. And obviously you can have content reported, you can report content, but something that's, I say innocent, but something that is, only potentially detrimental for that one person, it doesn't matter to them.
Absolutely.
You are just a number, just a username to them.
That's so sad.
I know, but unfortunately, this is the world of social media. It's got great highs, but great lows at the same time.
It so has. That's so bad. Do you think having a treatment has changed your content?
It's made me be able to relate more to the content.
Interesting.
Because I have been a patient effectively. So I've been the person that I'm trying to talk to, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So because I'd never had any aesthetic treatments before I came here, my first one, I had a hydrofacial, which was amazing. I've had my nose, I've had my lips, albeit in minute quantities. But it's really like I didn't even know you could have gas and air as a form of pain relief.
Yeah.
Like all of these dental block, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. I was there like, I'm just have some numbing cream. Trying to be like dead hard. When I had my nose done and I wrote my blog, I kind of felt like this is what I mustn't feel alone when it comes to that kind of feeling about yourself. So how many other people walk through the door and are anxious about part of their face or something on their body that just want a little bit of advice and a little bit of help and a little bit of tweakment.
Do you think if you'd have had a negative experience versus an experience that's improved your confidence, your content would be different?
Possibly. But I mean, I knew that it would never have, I mean, you could have blinded me, but it would never have gone wrong. I wouldn't have been able to see it. So it wouldn't have really made a difference.
Phew.
I think if I'd had gone somewhere and I'd had a bad experience, but then I feel like I would have more fire in me about the whole regulation side of things. Because we're so by the book here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen for myself stuff go wrong. I've seen bits on social media and, horror stories, but I've never been in contact with somebody that has had, you know, a bad experience.
Yes, get it, 100%. And that's...
And hopefully I never do, because that would be horrendous.
Few last quick takeaways, Mol, because I've just loved this. Can changing your nose change your life, or is that just marketing?
Oh,
I know.
She's on fire here with questions. Fire. Marketing, Molly, with job head on.
Okay.
Would say, yes, it can change your life.
Yeah.
But Molly, being Molly, would say it is marketing to some degree. You can't put a price on how you feel after you've had a treatment, and how something that's so big in your head but so small to everybody else that nobody else cares about, but it's the biggest thing. And if somebody can correct that, it can make you feel a million times better, but you will always find something else.
Got you.
So whilst I am fully on the fact that it has changed my perception, and I am so much more confident now that I've had my nose done, but how many times have I come to you and said, do you think I need a little bit more? Do you think this? Do you think that? Because perfect does not exist, and you are constantly striving for perfection. No matter how much work you have done, where you have it, you will always find something else. So whilst it has changed me in one sense, I have marketed it very well in my eyes as well.
You absolutely have. You have just done what every savvy business person would do. You've told your authentic story.
Yes, that was all legit. Yeah.
That was fully legit. And if it by default has given us or given somebody else some degree of insight or confidence or feeling like they could do it, then if that's marketing, we're doing our jobs.
It's marketing in a positive way. And I mean, when I wrote that blog and put it on my Facebook page, quite a few of the mums from the playground actually stopped me and said, oh, I read your blog because I saw your post. They were like, I didn't even notice, And I'm like, no, not many people do unless I point it out. And I had a terrible habit of pointing it out. Yeah. So I would make the situation worse for myself. But it's nice that people can just sort of read it and be like, oh, I had something there that I didn't like, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. And you can kind of just...
I love that conversation starter. And that's you've done that all yourself. Well, you know what? We've talked algorithm, we've talked Clinique, we've talked beauty, we've talked social media. You've been the most incredible guest with me. I've loved talking to you, as I always do, Molly. You brighten my day. Every minute of every day. We never stop laughing. This is genuinely us.
Yes.
And, you had me at Dreamy when you came for your interview. I was hooked, line and single. I was mollied. You mollied me. So
I give myself the ick.
So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, no, thank you very much for having me. And can I come back, please?
I would love you to come back. Please come back.
I'll have to think about something else because I don't know anything else.
Don't you worry. We'll work on something else. Please come back and see us.
100%. Sign me up.
That's it for today's Barefaced Chat. Thank you so much for listening. If you've loved this conversation, make sure you follow, rate, and share. It really helps more people find us and join the conversation. I'll be back next week with another honest, unfiltered chat. Because skin isn't just skin. It's your story, and I'm here for it.